Hey everybody, we're going to talk about, look, stop pimping your business and start protecting your brand. So I'm going to bring my boy up here. All right. I'm bringing y'all right on in because we got to talk about this. Last few days, I've been seeing a whole lot of people that really, quite frankly, it's a pimp game. It's not even about, business for real. It's really about who can I pimp. And we gotta do better. We just really gotta do better. And so I'm trying to get I'm trying to invite some people. If you're here, let me know that you're here. Okay. Yeah, guys, let me know that you are here. And when you come in, share this video. Because this is deep. We got to have this conversation right now. Let me know that you're here. We're trying to, I know, I was live earlier today. We had a great conversation, but as today has progressed, I've just seen some things that I feel like I need to really address. And it's really about, there's just some things, guys, that we just gotta stop doing. We really do. We have to stop doing certain things. And one of the big things that we gotta stop doing is we gotta stop pimping our business. And we really gotta get serious about it. Like, this is not anything to play with. The timing is such. Hey, Stan. The timing is such that we got to get serious. There's so much going on, not just here in the U.S., but really just throughout the world where, we got to get serious. We got to stop taking things. We got to stop taking things to heart. And I know that, when we really look at how things are going, y'all share this video because we're going to have a really good conversation, right? We're going to have a really good conversation about what it means to protect your brand. Or are you protecting your brand, or are you pimping your business? I want to have a real conversation, like a real interactive conversation about this, because I know I'm really just tired of seeing it. Can I be honest? I was like, I'm going to do a video about this because I'm really just tired. I'm tired of the pimp game. I want people to really, like, be serious. If you're going to be serious and you're dealing with people's emotions, you're dealing with their money, this is an integrity issue. And again, I'm really just at a point that, I'm tired of having people come to me and they're telling me about all the things that somebody's done to them, in their business, and they're sharing with me how people have taken things from them and how they've been taken advantage of. And really, what people are doing is, they're, again, they're really pimping, right? Because they're utilizing pain points and the things that we teach in terms of getting customers, but they're utilizing that to exploit. And at the end of the day, that's just not good business. And trust me when I tell you, like, yo, it is going to come back on you. I'm inviting some people to this because I need some people that's going to talk. I don't know about you, but I'm like, I just did my last consultation where I want somebody, I said, you know what, I'm about to go live and talk about this. So beware of the pimp game. Just beware of the pimp game. I'm going to bring Mario on. Y'all know Mario is my co-host, my brother, my friend, most of the time my conscience. He keep me in line.
Hey.
Woo, boy, your audio is loud. Hold on.
Oh, let me turn it down. Hold on. Is that better?
Yep. So Mario, I was sharing with everybody that I'm tired of the pimp game, right? They need to stop pimping their
Yeah.
business and they need to start protecting, really like protecting their brand. So what I want to kind of talk about is some things that we've talked about with regard to, folks just using these pimp tactics to get people to, buy a program, get in this and do this and do that, right? They're using these pimp tactics,
Hmm.
which, of course, yeah, we teach about pain points, pleasure points, and things like that. But at the end of the day, a lot of these folks ain't doing nothing but pimping. And
Right.
I keep having consultation after consultation after consultation with people that are like, LeTonya, I really need for you to help me get my money back. Or I need for you to help me because I was working with these folks and they stole my idea. Or I have to send them to you because now they got a whole like breakdown. So they got to come get some
Hmm.
life coaching. So what I wanted us to really talk about today is even with some examples, but showing people how to avoid, being a victim of the pimp game.
Yeah. There's some signs that you can see along the way. I think that we have to, first of all, be discerning when we start selecting our service providers. We have to do due diligence. You cannot be so desperate for help that you allow yourself to be helped by people that are going to damage you the more. And I think that sometimes in that desperation for help, which is something that we were talking about with referral service, even in the interviewing people, we have to be careful that we can trust the people that we're going to refer them to by asking critical questions. And I think that sometimes when you're in trouble and you need help, you tend to overlook the obvious. There are certain signs that you can look at when a person speaks more about their own experiences. How can the broken help the broken? That's real critical. When you're a person that inserts themselves in your treatment or in your business practice with all these horror stories, and you can tell that they themselves are not over something, or they've not recovered, or they've developed a business practice out of that hurt or out of that thing that has happened to them that got them robbed, or somebody took something from me, and I don't do that anymore because the last time I did that, so and so happened to me. That's not what you want to get involved in. That's not who you want to trust your business to. And some people are turning their business practice or building their business model out of hurt, out of sedition, out of anger, out of I'm going to prove something. But then, how effective is that going to be? Because you're going to actually end up doing to that person what was done to you because you're broken. You see, and that's not a great business model. And I think that you're right, Tanya. So many people are doing things because somebody did something to them and they've developed practices that actually make you less than integral as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, see, guys, this why we doing this video. Can I just be honest? So I'm gonna lay it out there and take it for what it's worth. One of the things that I'm doing in my business is because my business is growing, I am taking on additional referral partners. And this is why I wanted Mario to be on here is I'm very serious and very, very protective of my clients. Protecting the brand is very serious for me. And so anybody that I'm going to refer folks to, I want them to feel the same way. And so one of the things that we've noticed, we've been doing interviews for over a week. One of the things that we've noticed throughout the process is that you do have some people that they have a business model based on exploitation. They have a business model based on, let me find out what you say that you need and let me try to be that, right? Again, the pimp game,
Right.
the pimp game. Let
That's
me
right.
get what you say you need so I can get
That's right.
your goodies, right? So I can get your money,
Right.
or whatever. And so, I was telling Mario, I'm like, man. And so I realized when I saw that, now I realize why people go to him. Now I realize why people, when they come to me, like they're really, it goes beyond. I used to always say, okay, business is dirty. So there are going to be some people that's going to get over. Okay, all of us have gone through that experience. If you haven't, you will, right?
Hmm.
But until we started, Mario, you and I, until we really started uncovering, like, wait a minute, this is a true pimp game. Like, this is really like pimping at its finest. Did I now really come to the realization that this is why people are hurting in business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I mean, y'all that are on here,
But
first of all, share this video. Second of all, I want to know, like, are we off base when it comes to people that even you've had experience with, that now you feel like, wait a minute, I just feel like I was just violated. I feel like, it's one thing.
absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you, I have been in situations in business where, it's like back in college, right? When dudes used to try to, like, stick their hand down your shirt. It's just like, did you just really do that? Like, I just want to smack you right now because you tried me, right? You violated me.
Hmm.
Okay, so Renetta says, it's happened to her. Like, it's just like, wait a minute. I feel violated right now. And one of the things, guys, that we want you to know is that you can express your pain points, you can express your pleasure points, but what we want you to be mindful of is that person that can do everything. Any problem that you're
Right.
having in your business, baby, they can help you. They know,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
I mean, Mario, you chime in, because see, I know you deal with a whole lot of folks.
Yeah, well, see, if you take the pimp model, the problem with a female that gets turned out by a pimp is she doesn't know who she is. When you get ready to go to a service provider, you really need to be clear on what it is you need from them. You got to be so clear before you get there. It's almost like going to the doctor. You almost have to know before you get there your own body. You got to be able to express to them what's wrong with you, how your body responds. The last time you took that medication, it did not work, so you do not need to prescribe that for me again. You got to go into the service provider knowing specifically what it is you need. And if you don't, you can be exploited because they will exploit your lack of knowledge. They'll exploit your vulnerability. They will exploit all of those pain points because you don't really know what you want. Also, know what it is they say they do. Research them prior to getting there. Ask for references. We gotta be able to do that. And we have to be able to, this is one of the things that you and I talk about all the time, is building a trust factor. We've got to be, and people trust us, and we appreciate that. When we did Real Perspectives, people trusted us that we were going to be real, we were going to be honest, we were going to be integral. So I think that that's the critical point. But if you're building a business and you got that pimp mentality where I'm going to find out what you need and take your money based upon your ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance in a nasty way, but I'm saying your lack of knowledge, your lack of insight, and your lack of clarity on what it is you need. You're about to be set up. You're about to be set up. And this is why we're carefully looking at people to see if they can articulate what it is they do. One of the main things I always ask is there ever a time that you meet a client that you absolutely cannot help? And when that happens, what do you do? Because that's a real question. I mean, when we go to doctors, if I got a toothache, I don't go to my podiatrist. And if I sit in my podiatrist's office talking about my mouth is hurting, they're going to what? Send me to a dentist. They're going to say that. We cannot be so greedy, because I think a part of that, Tanya, is greed, because that's the pimp's move. That's his motive. It's greed and control. And so we got to be honest enough to be able to say, I don't care how this person has presented to me on paper their ability. I need to see proof that you can provide that. And I'm not so desperate that I'm going to just drop my money because you say you can just work a miracle for me. I don't believe that, at all. I just don't even believe that when it comes to church. I don't even believe that you need to go to church looking for this to be the sole answer to your life, and you don't do any work on it yourself.
Listen, now we can talk all day about that. We can talk all day about that, but I'm gonna tell you something else too. Something you said that is very, very crucial is that we have to always approach any business situation